This video is making me miss a tan. I know I don't look very tanned here, but I actually still have a little bit of tan here. So the way I did my makeup this day was I had a little spot on my lip, so I covered that, and then I did my under eyes first. I really love this concealer. I think I got it on sale somewhere. It was like in a bargain bin, and I really liked it, and I'd love to find it again because it was quite good. And then I'm going in with my wide brush and just brushing it all over. This kind of just makes the process a little quicker for me, and I feel like it doesn't give as much coverage as the sponge, but sometimes when I'm in work, I don't really mind if it's not full coverage. I just kind of want makeup all over my face. I tend to get full coverage foundation because I find it hard to get makeup that actually does last on my skin all day. So you can see this one here, it's a Maybelline one, and I just pour it on this brush and then I wipe it all over my face, and I really like this one. I've actually just ran out of it. So I got a new foundation that isn't full coverage at all, which is like a little scary when you first put it on. But then I feel like once you put on the layers, because I like to use cream bronzer and cream blush and then contour or concealer as well. So I feel like once you put the layers on, you get the full coverage anyway. When it's just day to day, I don't really mind. If I was going to a wedding or like some sort of an event for the day, I'd really like more coverage. But day to day, I'm quite okay with having it a little light and knowing that it's not going to last as long, but I only need it for the couple of hours. I'm going to be at work anyway. This Rimmel setting spray, I love it. It's like my holy grail. I love it so much. I feel like it's so affordable. It does the job. It helps make my makeup last longer. It smells nice, and it just gives me a nice feeling on my face. And then I spray that. When I put on the liquid, I spray and then go over with the sponge for like 25 minutes to really just pat it in, and I feel like that's the secret. And I remember seeing a video on YouTube before when the makeup master classes were all a big thing, and someone went to the Makeup by Ariel class, and one of his biggest tips was to use a sponge for longer, just to really pat it into your skin. And I think even in his like master class, he made a joke like, I spent like 45 minutes patting it in using the sponge on Kylie's face, and I've just really took that in, and it's always something that's stuck with me. And I know when I don't have enough time to pat my makeup in more, it doesn't set as well. So then this is the Makeup Revolution contour, and I like to have mine slightly higher. I used to like it lower, and then lately I've been wearing it higher to kind of lift my face a little bit. And I feel like when it lifts my face, because I'm not necessarily looking to make my face a lot slimmer, it's more just like to lift it, because I end up smiling a lot during the day being in customer service, so I want my face lifted and it makes me look a lot fresher. And then I'm going in with some Made by Michelle blush, and I add it to the bottom of my cheeks as well. I know lots of people like to add it up just higher, but I like to add mine low as well. I remember seeing this TikTok not so long ago, and it was like you shouldn't add blush to like the apples of your cheek because it actually makes your face kind of draw down a little. But I feel like for me it doesn't. It helps give me the kind of high cheekbone look, as you can see on the other side that's already blended. I feel like it works for me, and I think makeup is just one of those things that there's a general outline and there's the general rules for kind of everything. But I feel like I really work with my face and I know how I'm going to be. And when you're in a customer service job, you do spend 80% of the day smiling and looking at people. So I want something that complements that and makes me feel good. So I'm going in with a little bit of the Maybelline eraser. I love this concealer as well, although I didn't take the sponge off that one. I normally do take the sponge off because I feel like I get way more product when you take the sponge off, and I just blend this in loads. You'll see me so much, I go back and forth for the sponge so much. And also I know my sponge looks a bit dirty, but it's not. I actually washed it about a day or two before this. It's just the second you use it, makeup just goes onto it and it does absorb. And that's why some people prefer to use their hands and some people prefer to use brushes. Everyone has their own preferences. And then I go in with a little bit more setting spray just all over, and I just love to spray this throughout. I feel like it keeps me fresh and it makes it easier, because as well, once you've done the foundation, so from the foundation to say the last concealer I used, there's been about 5 minutes. So you kind of need to have something just to wet your face so that you can blend it in a little bit more and make sure all the colors are blending together. Don't come at me for this one, but this little brush I got in MAC honestly about 10 years ago, and I just love the brush, and the pencil's like actually going now, so it's really annoying that I actually have to get rid of it now, but it's something that I've just always liked, and I feel like it's just always blended well no matter what color my hair was. This is I can't think of the brand right now, but it's really good because you have the pencil at the bottom and then you have gel at the top, so you can gel down your brows. I think this video was right before I got my eyebrows done, when I had kind of done them myself, and they look so much better. I just really wanted to get them waxed so that it was just smooth, rather than, you know, when you do it yourself, you can't get the same straight line and the preciseness as you feel like you can get when you're waxing. So I go in my old spoolie and I brush it in, and then I think I do set it. The next step is powder. So if I'm planning to bake, I still always use a pressed powder all over my face. I feel like it just helps the loose powder set in, because when I would just put the loose powder on top of the wet product on my face, when the concealer is normally one of the last things I've done and that's where I want to bake, I feel like it just stuck to the product. And maybe that is as well if the two products don't react well together, but I feel like if I set my face with just a plain setting powder, then I go in and I then bake, it always lasts a bit better. And I just kind of press it into my skin. I don't really bake per se because I don't leave a big lump of it. If I am going somewhere and I know I'm going to have a lot of photos taken, I tend to do it then. So like a wedding or something, I do put in slightly different kind of effort, but every day I just kind of want something that looks nice, fresh, and keeps my eyes looking nice and bright. And you can see I brush away the excess as quick as I can. I think the goal doing my makeup is just something that I feel really pretty. And whenever I look by the mirror, I'm always going to enjoy what I'm looking at. So even just doing a quick little line or using a little bit of bronzer on my lids just to give me a little bit of color and a little bit of depth always makes me feel better. So I just use some black eyeliner and I just wing it out, and then I just go over with some bronzer and a brush, and it just sets my eyes. And I think this suits my everyday style. And I think as well, because I'm someone that wears makeup every day, I don't like to do too much on my eyes, because I do like to wear like nice lipstick every day. So I don't like to do too much on my eyes or wear lashes too often, because when I was doing that before, then I would go somewhere like a wedding or a christening or someone's party, and I never really felt as pretty as I feel like I could have, because I just look the same every day anyway, regardless. So I'm going in here with some mascara. I've actually just thrown this mascara out. I'm not a fan of it, so I won't even say the name. I just feel like the brush is so thick, and maybe this works for other people's lashes if you've really long ones, but I feel like for me it just doesn't do much. But again, I'm kind of on less is more vibe at the moment, even though I've just put on about 50 layers of different products, but less is more, and I feel like it's that no makeup kind of look. I'm also 100% that girl that never left the bright highlighter phase from 2016. I love a good bright highlighter. I feel like I shine. This is me just going over with some bronzer and some blush just to make sure the powder hasn't reduced the colors too much, and then I go in with highlighter, and I love to use a bit of highlighter, dip my nose, my cheeks, my lips, everywhere, because I feel like that's a phase that everyone decided to forget about and we all went really matte. But I don't know, I still like that dewy look. It just makes me feel better. And then I just go in with some lipstick. I went for a brighter color today to match my dress, even though I didn't wear this dress. I had to put on my work uniform after. But I really like the way my makeup turned out. Let me know in the comments if you think I have any blindness and I need to change something. Let me know. Thanks for watching.